Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. We're about to dive into NeuroSense Therapeutics' latest filing, and let's just say it's a bit of a peek behind the curtain, a real look at a company navigating the complex world of biotech. And trust me, there are some interesting points to unpack here. Today we're dissecting a Form 6K report from NeuroSense Therapeutics Limited. This is essentially a regular update for foreign private issuers, giving us a glimpse into their operations for the month of August 2025. Think of it as a mini financial checkup, especially for investors keeping a close eye on their progress. Scroll report of foreign private issuer pursuant to Rule 13A16 or 15D16 or 15D1620 or 15D16. Number 15D16 numbers how they're doing, where they're spending money, and what their outlook is. This is the core of what we want to look at. While I don't have the full financial tables in front of me from this filing, these reports typically detail key figures like revenue, expenses, assets, and liabilities. For a biotech company like NeuroSense, which is likely focused on research and development, their financials will often show significant investment in R&D, potentially with limited or no revenue from product sales if they're still in clinical trials. The press release is where they'll likely frame their narrative. They'll highlight their achievements, especially anything related to their drug development pipeline. For instance, they might be announcing progress in clinical trials for their treatments. Targeting neurodegenerative diseases, positive trial results are huge for biotech companies as they directly impact valuation and future revenue potential. This section is crucial for understanding the why behind the numbers. It's where management explains their performance, discusses market conditions, and outlines their future plans. We want to see if their strategy makes sense given the competitive landscape and regulatory hurdles they face. Are they effectively managing their cash burn and moving their research programs forward efficiently? From a broader perspective, NeuroSense Therapeutics is focused on developing treatments for diseases like ALS and Alzheimer's. This is a challenging but incredibly important area. Success here means not only significant financial rewards, but also making a massive difference in people's lives. However, the path is fraught with risk. Clinical trial failures are common and the regulatory approval process is long and expensive. When we look at a company like this, we're essentially evaluating the potential value of their innovation. Are their scientific breakthroughs strong enough to warrant the massive investment required to bring a drug to market? We need to consider their existing cash reserves, their ability to raise more capital if needed, and the competitive threat from other companies working on similar treatments. It's important to remember that these interim reports are snapshots. They don't tell the whole long-term story, but they do give us vital clues about the company's current health and direction. The prospect section is where they talk about what they expect in the future, and we need to scrutinize that closely, looking for realistic goals and a clear understanding of the risks involved. In terms of a Warren Buffett-style analysis, we'd want to see a strong management team with a clear vision, a deep understanding of their science and ethical practices. We'd also look for a sustainable business model, which in biotech often means identifying a clear path to profitability through successful drug development and commercialization. The fact that they are filing these reports indicates a commitment to transparency, which is a positive sign. Now, let's consider what's not interesting in these documents, which is often just as important. Trivial details like specific street addresses and phone numbers don't affect the company's performance or value. What we're interested in is the substance, the business updates, the financials, and the forward-looking statements that signal the company's potential trajectory, good or bad. The key takeaway from a filing like this for NeuroSense Therapeutics is to assess their progress in their R&D pipeline and how they are managing their financial resources. Are they making meaningful advancements that justify the capital being invested? The upcoming corporate highlights for H2 2025 mentioned in Exhibit 99 points sound like they are gearing up for important announcements later in the year, which is something to definitely watch for. Ultimately, companies in the biotech sector are high risk, high reward. NeuroSense Therapeutics, by focusing on neurodegenerative diseases, is tackling some of the most difficult challenges in medicine. Their success will depend on rigorous scientific execution, clinical trial outcomes, regulatory approvals, and smart financial management. So that's our quick decode of this NeuroSense Therapeutics filing. It sets the stage for understanding their performance and looking ahead to their crucial next steps. What are your thoughts on NeuroSense Therapeutics and their approach to these challenging diseases? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe for more decoded financial insights. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord. The link is in the description. Thanks for tuning in.